Hello and welcome to our channel. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Stephanie.
And together we clean homes for free. So in this clean we're doing a full house clean. I kind of tackle downstairs, Steph kind of tackles upstairs, and we actually get quite a lot done. I was quite impressed with how much we managed to get done, and there I am giving you the all famous pose.
Do you know? So somebody over on my channel had put a message up. They watch both channels.
Oh, right, okay.
And they've created a Fife free cleaning bingo card.
Oh, wow.
Right? So it's like Steph's phone going off, Danielle doing thumbs up, Danielle dancing, the wipe, I'm trying to think what else. Asking what a word means.
Yep. Yeah, we're quite good at that.
Telling the resident's story, like all these things that we do pretty much in a bingo
card.
Yeah,
that's quite cool.
I was like, we should make them and release them and have people call bingo. So my breathing isn't that great today, so you'll probably hear quite a bit of coughing because I'm too lazy to go back and edit that out.
And maybe a little bit of wheezing.
Yeah. So there are quite a few before and after photos in this one. We did 3 bedrooms. You did 2 bathrooms. Well, 1 bathroom and 1 WC. Yeah. A kitchen and a living room. And then you did the stairs as well, but I think we cut the footage for that
yeah,
one.
I did cut it. It wasn't that entertaining. And do you know what? The video's quite long, guys, so we were just trying to cut down so it was more pleasurable for your viewing needs.
Pleasure. For your viewing pleasure.
Yep. Well, do you know what's that word? I didn't know that a WC was a washroom closet. A wash closet. Yeah. Or whatever, like the full yeah, I didn't know this until about 2 weeks ago.
Well, I've used the term before on the channel.
Well, I never paid attention.
I think it's a water closet. That's what it's called.
Yeah, water closet. Or wash closet. Yeah, something like that anyway. So for anybody else that didn't know, it's a bit of information for you.
And the thing we're talking about is like the little tiny room that just has a toilet and a sink. And that's it. It doesn't have a bath or a shower or anything like that. Do you know where I grew up? They used to, like, my auntie's old house, like, it's still her house now, but she's adapted it since then. But growing up, her bathroom was split into 2 rooms. She had the bath in one room, and then she had the toilet and the sink in the other room. I don't think I would like that, but then also it means somebody could go to the toilet while somebody was in the bath.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about that?
I was just thinking about, like, so I'd quite like a bath and a sink in one room, and like a sink and a toilet in another room.
Why would you need a sink in the bathroom as well?
Because
you would brush your teeth in that room.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that my toothbrush is so close to my toilet.
Yeah, I always make sure the toilet lid is down when I flush. But then I know that other people in my house aren't.
I was about to say you have children and they're not going to do that, and that's my problem.
That's why you can get the toothbrush caps to go over the toothbrushes.
Or you just keep your toothbrush in the kitchen.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Actually, I know that's what you do. I've seen your toothbrushes in the kitchen.
Yeah. I don't trust my children to be as hygienically thought out as me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably a good.
I told you I'm a slight germaphobe.
Yeah. I know, we were talking about, so we went to a very important meeting, and on the way in we were like, but I don't like cuddling people, but I also don't like shaking people's hands either. And we were like, they're going to want to shake our hands. Same with when we went to that networking event. And then you were like, I also don't like shaking people's hands. And I just don't like it because I don't really like the physical contact, and my hands are sweaty, and it's just not, I just don't like it.
For me, it's like germs, especially, like, this is totally sexist, right? But especially men. Because when they go to the toilet, you know, they're having to touch that while they pee. And then what if they don't wash their hands and I'm touching their hand after?
It's not even so much when they go to the toilet, because I'm pretty confident most adults, you know, wash their hands. It's more men just put their hands in their pants all the time.
Yeah. So
like,
it's more about like your hands being near your genitalia area.
And it's not even...
I'm not comfortable with that.
But then it's not even necessarily, you know, the person's hands who you're shaking, you know, it could just be stuff they've touched. But then it's the same with
surfaces us. And see, like, no, the more you think, the more the more I think about it, the more my brain gets
my husband's
a
bit of a germaphobe. Like, I think he got trauma during COVID because he was a retail manager, and so like his hands are red raw. He has psoriasis on his hands, and his are red raw. His are worse in the winter, but when he was working in retail, he was handling a lot of money, and anytime he touched cash, he would like wash his hands, and to the point where he would just wash them raw. It was
money's disgusting though. Like, money's the worst.
Yeah.
For carrying germs. And I always think, like, do you know what? No, I'm not going to continue that thought.
What? Is it a controversial topic which we try to avoid?
No, it's just a topic that we maybe shouldn't
Well,
discuss.
You need to tell me about it then.
Yeah, I'll
after
tell you.
the video.
I'll tell you.
Though.
Sorry, viewers, you're not in on the cool kids.
Yeah, can you hold it slightly back so I can see?
Sorry.
What you're doing?
Do you know what? I really enjoyed this clean because it's one that was like quite a good transformation, but it also wasn't like.
I thought it was just a very normal house.
Yeah, it was a normal house. It was normal clean. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed having like that extra wee bit of time where I was able to like buff up certain surfaces and
you were in your element.
Yeah, go over with like a dry cloth to get it all like nice and shiny. Because she had you've not seen yet, but I'll let you in on a wee secret. She had like the white gloss cupboard fronts.
The white version of my cupboards, basically, the high gloss.
And I like. Do you know what I mean? Washing them and then buffing it so you don't get in the streaks and they're just nice and shiny.
And she loves IKEA, I'm assuming, because she had a lot of IKEA furniture in the bedrooms, and some of them were high gloss as well.
But I mean, IKEA is just that family friendly, budget friendly place.
We should get IKEA to sponsor us, but they're really big, so they probably won't.
Is IKEA international? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not from the UK. Was it not like?
It's.
I want to say it was like Finland or Sweden or maybe
I was going to say Sweden. It is Sweden.
That would make sense because of the meatballs. The Sweden meatballs. Anyway, I'll tell you a wee bit of this woman's story. So she actually reached out to us for the first time in August last year. And at the time it was, because of her mental health struggle. And what she said was, she wants help mostly so her kids don't have to live in this chaos anymore. But at the time, she also said, "We have lived in squalor since I stopped drinking 5 years ago." Now, this isn't squalor. As somebody who grew up, with an alcoholic, literally living in squalor, this isn't squalor. But this lady has a BPD. So one of her symptoms of that is that she thinks that she sees, bugs where there's dirt and, so
she gets a lot of so she thinks beasties are crawling everywhere. She constantly checks her dog for fleas. She was constantly at her kids for gnats, like one of those symptoms. Okay.
Just for the people that don't know what nits mean in the UK.
Louse, is it not lice?
Well, I think we say head lice, but then they would say louse.
Alright, okay, well,
I think
there's a translation barrier there. I'm joking. So yeah, I also said to her about smells, because sometimes with BPD you can get funny smells. It's usually like cat urine, but some people get other kind of smells and stuff as well, which can make you clean quite intensely. So I think she's probably a very, very clean person.
Yeah.
And to her, this is squalor.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking after coming out and seeing the house. Also, she said that her son's room was the worst, which you guys will see me do, and that she believes her son has ASD, but he won't talk to anybody, so she can't get the help and support that she needs for it. But I mean, you'll see the wall and stuff in his room is damaged, and you can see, he has a lot of Legos, and I'm not saying, people with ASD, like to play with Legos and damage walls and stuff, but I think these are just things relative to him. So that's the thing, whenever we talk about this kind of stuff, always know that we're talking about one family's situation. We're not generalising to everybody.
I was going to ask you, what is ASD?
Do you know what? I know this and I've forgotten it.
Because I meant to look it up because I was ASD.
It's just, neurodivergence, it's along the same lines of autism and ADHD, it's that kind of that scale of things.
It's fine, I'm on it, guys.
You got it? Good, because I was flailing there.
Google is my best friend, except from I'm on 3G. That's because I'm on 1%.
Do you need me to Google it?
Yeah, you might need to Google it.
so you're not on it.
No, I'm actually not. For once, Google has failed me.
Okay, let me see. Define ASD.
Oh, I think I missed my favourite part of the kitchen. So my favourite part of the kitchen was behind that air fryer that I'm cleaning just now. You've obviously just seen it, but there was a big massive grease build up on the backsplash and on the top of the bottom side of the top cupboard. And when I sprayed it with elbow grease and you just seen it all dripping down, that was so satisfying.
Yeah.
I loved that.
So ASD is autism spectrum disorder.
Right, okay,
so
so
I knew
autism.
that from when I did the how to clean when overwhelmed video, because that gentleman that I cleaned for in that video, he said he had ASD, and so I looked it up then. So I did know it, I just didn't know it directly.
So that was my favourite part of the clean.
Oh, come on.
What was your favourite part of the clean?
Do you know, I actually did quite enjoy cleaning the boys' Legos.
Mm-hmm.
It took forever, but it was fun. I really had to stop myself from building them, though.
It's really satisfying to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Did you look over this footage?
I have looked over this footage so many times.
Did you see my sneaky thumbs up?
I did, but do you know, I seen it, like I had already sped it up, and then I seen it, and then I forgot to go back and slow it down for other people to see.
Well, guys, comment below or something if you see my sneaky thumbs up pose. Tell me where it is.
And not in the before and after photos.
No.
There's another one. Yeah, we have been working on our other socials.
Yes.
Mostly you.
I've been trying to get a little bit more out there for you on Instagram. So for the lead up to this week, to this video, I released a couple before and after shots of this clean that you're seeing now. So I'm going to start trying to do that more. So you're going to get like a wee sneaky preview of some before and afters before we actually release the video on YouTube.
And then you get to see other things, you know, like we went out for dinner, we were on our way to a meeting, that kind of thing. So little glimpses of, oh, there you go, guys.
There's our phone
notification.
So yeah, it's going to be like little glimpses of kind of what we're doing, where we're at, where we're going, just now and again. So, I mean, if you want to get a wee bit of a preview or kind of see more of what me and Steph get up to, head over to Instagram and give us a wee follow. It is Fife Free Cleaning. Is it the same logo? It's the same logo, isn't it?
No, I think it might still be the old logo, actually. We'll need to update that.
Well, it's the old logo, or we'll probably update it to the new logo soon, but
yeah,
you'll see us, you'll find us.
You know, somebody approached me. Oh, no, it wasn't. I was speaking to my mother-in-law, and like one of her neighbours was speaking to her about us, and she says, oh, and they're getting really big on TikTok, aren't they? And I was like, no, we're not. We have a TikTok channel. We haven't been using it. So if she thinks we're getting big on TikTok, then maybe somebody's stealing our footage. But also maybe she's just confusing us with somebody else who is big on TikTok. Who knows? But we are also going to start releasing videos on TikTok. I already have a couple of weeks worth of videos to go, which is basically just little snippets of this clean. And then I'm going to go through our back footage and make like little snippets. So if you are somebody that uses TikTok, then feel free to follow us over there as well. There will be content coming. And then we also have Facebook. So at the moment, our Facebook is very inactive. When we first started, we would put up before and after posts every week. We had like a meme Monday. It was just really hard to keep on top of. We've been approached by a social media company who wants to help us out for a couple of months, and we literally just haven't had the time to set up that like talk about it. But that's something that we're aiming to do fairly soon. But what would actually really help us out is if people could, if you do use Facebook, go and give the page a like and a follow. But if you wouldn't mind leaving us a review, because this is the thing, what we do is anonymous. So the people we're cleaning for can't really leave the reviews. So then people who need help, they might come on our page and be like, not so sure about them. They've got like 4 reviews. But
we could look like a scam.
Yeah, we could look like a scam. But what I'm thinking is we aren't just helping the people we're cleaning for. We are helping, you know, the people who are watching. You know, so if we're helping you body double or feeling less alone, if we've brought awareness to a condition that you or somebody you know have. Even if you just, like what we do, head over to our Facebook page, leave us a review, let people know, we're legit, we're doing this like to help people, and it just will help our review status basically. And then it means that people in our area, not that we don't get enough requests, because we do get a lot, but I still don't feel like, sorry, I'm going to mute it now. I think 2's the max and then I mute it. But I just feel like there's probably so many more people out there that are needing help and
don't want to reach out, or just unsure about reaching out. Yeah,
maybe they just need to see that those positive reassurances that we are genuine people who genuinely want to help.
Yeah.
Danielle cleaning the toaster should be on the bingo card.
I love a toaster clean, especially at the top, and when you get that, like, it looks almost like burnt and it's back to like, see this bit here, right, and then you get your wee screw and you give it a good scrub and it goes back to normal. I love that.
We've seen a really cool toaster in a clean that we were doing today, but we'll talk about that when we get to the video for that.
Yeah, and it'll be a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we had to leave because I wasn't feeling great with my asthma. But Danielle's going to return to that one.
Now we like to take precautions because we all know Steph almost yeah, she traumatised me. We'll not go any further with that. So now we just take precautions. If she's not feeling it or whatever, we make sure that she's safe before anything else.
Yeah, I think I was just very highly allergic to that man's dog
in the house
that we were at.
Can I say? Or shall we save it for his video?
Save it for his video. Okay. Leave them all in suspense.
I'm so excited to tell people about this
I wonder
dog.
if he'll let you get a photo of the dog.
I've got a photo.
No, I mean, I wonder if he'll let you use it though. You'll need his permission to share a photo of his dog.
I want a photo with the dog.
Okay,
to show, like...
Maybe he'll be... I think he would be.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be fine with that.
I feel like I totally got on with him.
Yeah. Okay, right, move it back. What was your least favourite part of this clean?
Oh, well, we've not got to it yet. But I already know my least favourite part. I was prepared this week.
Yay.
I am so prepared this week. Do you want to know how prepared I am?
How prepared?
So, guys, if you like this content... Most of you that watch this are not subscribed, so go over and hit that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing and it really, really helps us out. It helps the people that we help out. If you do feel inclined to help us a little bit more, we do have 3 membership tiers. So the first membership is Haggis Hunters, and that is 99p. The second membership is Honorary Fifers, and that's $1.99. And the last membership is #Team Fife, and that is $2.99.
Oh my god! Well done.
So only if you're able to and you're financially able to do so, you can support us like that. We also have a donation link, the Buy Me a Coffee donation link. You can donate to us, but honestly, none of that is obligated. Just giving us a wee comment, like, a subscribe, that all goes such a long way to what we're doing and to helping the people that we're helping.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm very impressed, Danielle. Did you write it on a post-it? I seen that comment.
No, I did not look. There's no post-it.
I was looking. I couldn't see
I've just been telling myself all the time, because usually I get it the other way around and I'm like, Haggis Hunters. And do you know what helped me?
What?
Went to the deer centre. This is a place in Fife that you can go and there's deers there. There's not moose there anymore.
There is a big moose. It's under the bridge.
It's not a moose.
It is.
It's a... Because I've got photos. We'll go through this, but that's not... We won't even talk about that. Maybe we can go to the deer centre one day and we can take a video and we can show you all the deer centre. But when you get to the end and you're near, like, the end of it, you come across this, just like this wee square, and it says that on it, it's got wild haggis.
Oh, that's cute.
Have you not seen it before?
No, I don't think so. It's been a while since I went there.
Oh, my phone was dead. And it actually has, like, sorry, we're in the car, so if you can hear that noise, there's a motorbike revving its engine. A little bit annoying, sorry guys. But it's got a whole description of the wild haggis, and it's got like a wee cute photo of it. I'll maybe put it in the community post for you guys when my phone's got charged, and you can see what we're looking at once this video's been released.
You see, when I was younger, right, there was this series of books, and I'm talking, I was 8 years old. So I wasn't 11, right? I was 8 years old.
I was about to be like, are you sure you weren't 11?
No, I was 100% 8 years old because I lived in Scotland very briefly for 2 years between the ages of 5 and 7. And then I moved back down to live with my mum again in England. And I turned 8 because picture day was on my birthday and I'm wearing an 8th badge. That's the only reason I know I was 8 at this time. And there was a series of books, right? Now I cannot find them, don't know what they're called, and I'm hoping somebody who is Scottish or who knows these books will be able to tell me, right? It's a series of children's books when you're first learning to read. It's not like Biff and Kip and Olive Chip and whatever.
Biff and Chip and Kip, whatever.
Yeah, right. They're little Scottish clans that live in Scotland.
Well, I hope they live in Scotland. You Scottish clans. Sorry.
Don't make me laugh. They're I'm trying to think. I feel like they were fluffy creatures, but that could be wrong. And I don't know. They were clans. That's all I remember. And they were maybe fluffy colours. Like, it's really hard to tell people about these books, but I've never been able to find them because that's all I remember about them. But it's like, do you know how you get the different stages of reading books? Mm-hmm. I flew through them, and then they just had to start giving me like normal books. I was past the stages of learning to read. I was already a full reader. But I love them, and I want to get them for my kids. I just cannot remember what they are. So if anybody knows or has any, I mean, it's not much to go on, but maybe somebody's really good at, do you know that Reddit thread? What's that book? Find that book or something. Maybe people are really good at that. So, you know, there are 20,000 of you guys. Nearly. That's it. We are so close to 20,000. So if you aren't subscribed, please really hit that button. I would love to hit 20,000 because my son has a special surprise for us when we hit 20,000.
I mean, it's a surprise for me. You know what it is.
I know what it is, but I want it. So, are you okay?
I just got...
You having a heart attack?
I just got a pain in my chest, like I was.
Oh my God.
So anyway, back to the clean. The funny thing about this clean is before we went for a lunch break, Steph needed the toilet. We don't have a video of that bit, do we?
No, so it was very surprising because this house, you know, it wasn't bad. It was relatively clean. Yeah. But the upstairs toilet, oh my God.
It was so blocked.
We do manage to unblock it. I was so proud of us.
I was proud of you because I poured a kettle
and Drano
down it. That's as far as I went.
And
but
I skipped out the crap.
Steph needed the toilet, and we didn't actually know that there was a toilet downstairs. We completely missed that door when we were looking around, and I think our brains must have just registered it as a cupboard or storage or...
Yeah, because there was quite a few cupboard doors downstairs.
Yeah. So we went out and we hunted for the toilet and everything.
Because
then
we wondered how were they going to the toilet, because they couldn't have been using the upstairs toilet.
When we came back, I was like, oh, I found the toilet, but it was relatively clean. So I literally just had to give it a wipe. So
yeah, and then I cleaned the upstairs toilet on the inside, but that was me done. I was like, nope. I'm not feeling it, because I was like, do we really have to do the bathroom?
We were done at that point, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it just a quick wee clean, and at least then we've done the whole house. Every kind of room has been touched in some way or another.
Yeah. Do you know what confused? So obviously this is you've seen Danielle do all of her parts now, and this is kind of me doing the bedrooms, which it's mostly the boys' room because I spend the majority of the time in here. Do you know what confused me a little? You see on that bed frame, you've got the bed frame, then you've got a memory foam mattress, then you've got a spring mattress. Why is the memory foam mattress not on the top? Because I felt that mattress and the top one, and it was not comfy. But then I thought, well, maybe he prefers to feel that. I don't know. I didn't change it because it's not my house.
Was it like softer?
What, the spring mattress?
Yeah.
No, it felt, to me, it was very springy, but I'm probably a lot heavier than he is.
Because maybe the memory foam one's too firm for him.
Maybe, yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Or maybe, like, I don't know, maybe like see how the wall's damaged. Maybe the mattress in the middle is damaged or something. Because I found fluff from like pillows and stuff as well when I was picking up the rubbish. So I don't know, maybe that's something he does. Who knows?
I was very impressed with Steph's achievement in this room. I kept coming up like, oh my god, wow. And you're like, I don't feel like I've done anything. And
I know,
like,
when
no,
you're in it, it
amazing.
doesn't feel like it. That's the thing. Also, we used the woman's Hoover or vacuum, and like the actual, you're going to see in a minute, like I try and use the main bit because she said it doesn't work, so I tried it anyway just in case it was just her bad luck. No, it didn't work very well, so then I just used the hose the entire time.
That was my least favourite bit.
Oh, haven't it? Oh, I enjoyed it. Look, I get some really good close-ups. So I did not enjoy it. Try it here. It doesn't work. So then, you know, I get down on my hands and knees and I hoover the entire floor this way. And you don't see it, but I actually do it again at the end of the clean. Because obviously, the thing for me is once you do the floor, it's so much less overwhelming. So I actually just started with the floor, but then I knew it would get dirty again when I did all the dusting and the cleaning of other things. So I do the floor and you guys get to see it, but then I do it again and you just don't see that part.
I'm just really close to crying about hoovers on voiceovers. I'm really close to a hoover breakdown, so yeah, send support. Send help.
Hoover support for Danielle.
Might start a group.
Do you know, and it's actually funny because the woman said, you know, this isn't even that old. I just cannot maintain hoovers. And you were just like, yeah, I feel that.
Because I either lose bits or I break bits. Like, I've just not had good luck lately when it comes...
you keep breaking stuff.
Yep, 2 weeks in a row, I've broke a tripod each week.
Yep, so now we need to order new tripods.
And I've lost a bit of the hoover. There's just always something. So if anybody knows any,
lost
like...
your glasses.
I've lost my reading glasses and I'm like, they were expensive.
Oh, do you know what? Do you not remember that black cat went in front of us when we were driving?
That's what it is. And I was like, oh no, bad luck. You were like, yeah, I was just thinking that. So do you know what? See if anybody has any suggestions for
like throw salt over our shoulder.
Good luck, yeah, like something I can do to maybe create more good luck in my life. Like I've been trying to manifest, and yesterday was Beltane. If anybody knows what that is, that's a really good day for you to like harness energy. So I really tried to do that. I projected mine and Steph's goals. I manifested us having abundance and wealth and all that stuff. Anyway, so I'm trying, but bad luck just keeps coming my way. So yeah, send advice, please.
You just reminded me of that conversation that we had earlier. So we were talking about, you know, like, I mean, you're very spiritual compared to me, right? And I feel like I want to be spiritual, but my brain is too logical. Yeah. But I think that's why it manifests in my dreams, because it's my subconscious. And so that's why I feel like I have prophetic dreams occasionally.
If you're not a returning viewer,
you're going to think we're crazy.
Yeah. Steph has very, very vivid, long dreams as well. Like, my dreams are very short and it's just like snippets. Like, Steph could write a whole book on one dream that she has.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's a dreamer child. You really do go to town on this floor with this hoover, don't you?
Yeah. Under the desk was the most satisfying part, but the light in it is not great in this room because I didn't realise, I mean, I should have realised, but obviously a lot of what I do, I'm blocking the window. So then you...
learning curve.
You don't see a lot of the stuff because it just goes in and out of focus.
Oh, you actually clean the Lego as well?
Yeah, so do you know what?
So sweet.
So when I first started doing this, I went into the Lego with this damp cloth and realised it's really not... Do you need me to hold this? And it's really not very effective. So what I started doing was dry dusting the Lego. And then, this is me changing to the dry cloth. Because this is just... He has Lego on this little windowsill. But then he has a whole, like... collection of Lego on top of his drawer set. So all I do is like move the Lego, clean it, clean the little area it is and put it back, and I do try and put everything back the way I found it, apart from I do kind of neaten up this area just a little bit because there was a couple of bits that I was like, I kind of forgot where they went, but I had a system when I moved to the next area, which you've seen because you came upstairs and I was like, don't move, don't don't knock any of that.
She actually shouted at me, guys.
I didn't shout. I raised my voice. There's a difference.
She was like, "Don't move it in." I'm like, "I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna step over."
Well, I was just really worried because I'll explain it when we get to it, actually. That would make more
I
sense.
understood when she was like, "I've got a system," but they're like, I was like, okay, totally know what you're doing right now.
Yeah. I really just wanted to build the Lego. Like, I didn't really care about this one because that one was like Star Wars or something. But the other collection of Lego is like all Marvel characters.
Oh, cool.
And so I was just like, oh my God.
I want to build it.
I wanted it. Like, it was so cool. He also obviously collects pop figures and has this PlayStation and an Xbox. So I'm assuming he spends a lot of time at this desk. So I was quite excited to get this desk back to ground zero for him.
Yeah, it looked very good. I'm sure this is one of the ones I put on Instagram.
Yeah. So this is the thing. It's not, the place wasn't dirty. It was just dusty.
Yeah.
Because he's not let his mum come into this room to help him. Because she's been trying to get in here. And I was a bit worried when she said that because I was like, well, maybe he won't want us in, which is why I was very careful to try and put things back where I found them. And just basically removing the rubbish and giving everything a wee wipe down. That was all it needed.
Even if he didn't want us in, like his mum's gave us permission, he wasn't there, and
he didn't.
we're doing
it needed done.
Yeah, and I was about to say we're doing a really big thing for him because it did need done, and at least now he's going to be in a.
Look, can you see this? Because you like the wipe.
Yep.
Look at that. Because it's black, it just shows up so well.
I wish it was in slow motion.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, because the video was so long and I'm mostly tidying up and just wiping down dust, with your sections I slowed down the cleaning for people, but with my sections, because it was just
see, I would have rather mine being sped up and yours being slowed down.
Let us know what you guys want in the comments. Like, is this speed okay? Because do you know, doing the speeds for these videos is really difficult for me because I like to watch everything fast. So even when I watch normal YouTube videos, I put them on 2 times speed, and if sometimes I'm like, this still isn't fast enough, I wish there was like a faster speed. So when I'm then editing our videos, I'm like, oh, this is a good speed, but I'm like, but is this a good speed just for my brain or other people? Yeah.
So let us know what kind of speed you enjoy watching things on. I like watching things in slow motion when they're really satisfying. So like a really good wipe, I like to watch that in slow motion.
Just think that our videos would be hours and hours long. But there's other things we can probably cut out of it.
I savour the wipes.
So see this like tall thing? It's a Daily Bugle from Spider-Man. Just in case you weren't getting that.
I was there.
Okay. It's really cool. And then you don't see it, but there's like Spider-Man's hanging off the side, and then all these characters. You've got all the different Spider-Mans. You've got like the obviously the bad guys like Doc Ock, but then you've also got like Doctor Strange, and it's just Iron Man, and there's just loads of characters, and it's so cool. And yeah, I cleaned every single one of them. Which I probably wasted a lot of time doing this. But also
the 2 priority areas were the kitchen and the sunroom.
Yeah, well that's what I thought.
And I think we got finished those 2 areas kind of roughly at the same time.
Yeah.
So don't mean we done it and then just kind of went round the rest of the house and done what we could.
Yeah, but you had to come and help me with the bed because I still have a sore shoulder on this day. So you helped me with the moving. Even though I don't like asking you to help me move heavy things because I'm always scared your knees are going to pop out of place.
I mean, at this point, I'm kind of used to the pain that they give me. Except from at night time, I'm getting really bad restless legs.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not sure how to...
Bananas. You need to eat more bananas before bed because the potassium really helps with that.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't like bananas. I don't like the texture of a banana.
Would a banana milkshake work the same? Or make a banana smoothie.
I was just thinking that I could maybe do a smoothie, but
yeah,
just seems like effort. Is there not just like, I don't know, a magic pill I could take?
Think of it. Well, you probably could just get a potassium vitamin, and that would probably be the same.
Well, there we go. That's it. I could do that.
Go into Holland and Barrett and find out.
Do you know what? I've started taking a lot of different vitamins and started doing a greens juice. It's like comes in powder form, but it's got like 21 different kinds of like greens and kind of healthy stuff.
See, I just don't. I'm so fussy with drinks. I don't really like all these like.
It tastes like peach.
No, I wouldn't like it.
That's why I got it.
Why does it? How? Right. Okay. How does it taste like peach if it's just filled with green stuff?
Yeah, because they put like, I don't know. It's like peach. I don't know. I found it on TikTok.
I mean, I
can't
like
remember
peach
what it's
schnapps.
called, guys. I could maybe comment under if anyone's interested in it. But it's like a greens juice, and it's pushed, and it's got such a hype because it's got good flavours, and it literally tastes like peach.
I like peach schnapps, so I might like it.
I'll let you, do you know what, when you're at mine next, I'll make it and I'll let you drink it. I just mix it with water and put a couple of bits of ice in it, and then there you go. And I actually do think it's been making a difference. I don't feel as exhausted as I was, like, say, a week ago.
I wonder if there's something in that that's causing your restless legs.
No, the restless legs have been a good few weeks now.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, and it's not, do you know what, the restless legs have been a problem for me since I had my oldest son. And I think it was in pregnancy. I don't know if he's leaned on a nerve or something, but I've noticed that when my knees are really playing up, the restless legs get worse.
Look, here's my system. Oh, I didn't slow that down enough for you guys. So what I did was anything that I removed off of this table, I placed on the floor in the exact same positioning. Apart from all these little tiny figures. Like, there was no system to them, but I figured he had a system for the other things. And I put those figures back in a neater way.
It does look really good.
I really wanted to build some of them because some things had like snapped off, not by me, but they were already broken off, and I was like, I could totally.
Do you want to get
this.
some Lego?
Maybe.
We can build it on a live.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe you guys can tell us what kind of Lego we should get.
Harry Potter. I'm not telling me what to build.
Well,
I want Harry Potter Lego.
Maybe give them some kind of choice since they're going to watch us build it, but
I mean, they don't
no
need
choice,
to watch
guys.
It. We can just build it for fun.
Yeah.
We'll just sit and do a Lego Harry Potter sometime. Have you seen how much they cost though?
Yeah.
This is why I don't do Legos. But do you know what? They're annoying to clean. What does everybody else do? Probably air guns, eh?
Yeah.
Because you see those people who have like the rooms that are just dedicated to displaying Legos. Do you know what? It made me think, I don't think I've ever actually cleaned Arthur's Legos.
When we buy or build our house,
We can have a Lego room.
I was thinking we could have like an underground Lego games room kind of.
Yeah.
Really,
But does it have to be underground?
I think it needs to be like a cave.
Okay.
It won't be as dark as a cave. It'll be like white walls and stuff.
Okay.
And lights. It's not going to be like a cellar.
Okay.
You're
That's
just you're thinking like a dark dungeon.
Yeah, like bury bodies.
No, that's what we get pigs for.
For anybody that doesn't know, you can feed dead bodies to pigs.
And anybody that doesn't know, I have a random obsession with dead bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always like, do you think there's a dead body in there, Steph? I've not said it in a while though.
That's because we've not come across any obscure places where they could fit one. In fact, I'm surprised you didn't say it about that appliance that was on top of the bunker today in the house that we were just in. The one he's getting rid of. That could have had a dead body in it. We just don't know.
Could have.
Do you know, I was watching Good Girls. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Right, so I was watching Good Girls, and spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen it. But there's a character in there that gets murdered and chopped up and put in a freezer, right? And then the women have to dispose of the body. Now, they're like, okay, let's wait till night. Let's defrost the freezer, wait till nighttime, and then carry them out in rubbish bags. And I'm like, they're women. Why don't they just pick up the freezer and put it in the car? It's the middle of the day. They could be going to that house to buy that freezer and then just tape up the freezer and chuck it in a lake. That's what I would have done.
I would still totally take the body out and not even put it in trash bags. I would definitely try.
You'd feed it to pigs.
Yeah. Something like that. I would try and get rid of the body.
But I just mean the transportation of the body.
Because
it would have
if
made
there's
more sense.
There's no body, there's no crime.
Well, that's the thing. So anyway, I just feel like it would have made more sense and been less suspicious rather than waiting for night cover just to carry the freezer out, you know? Gumtree's a thing. Craigslist is a thing. Just be like, yeah, I just bought this freezer. Like, oh my God, there's a dead body in it. I had no idea.
But Good Girls is a good watching for anybody that hasn't watched it.
Yeah. That's not like a main plot. I mean,
Go and watch it.
Yeah, it's not that much spoilers. I didn't tell you who it
No,
was.
it's not even a
like
main plot or anything.
Yeah.
It's not even what it's about, but...
It's a very good show, though.
Yeah, it's a good show. Go and watch it.
I started rewatching Breaking Bad yesterday as well. I'm in a bit of a slump, right? Because I've not been able to concentrate on reading anything in a while. Like, at least a month I've not read. I've not even finished the series that you gave me. And I'm also partway through the Fourth Wing series. And I started rereading the other series that I told you about. By the Orchid and the Owl, and I'm partway through that book. It's like I'm starting books and not finishing them because I'm just not able to sit and concentrate on them. So now I'm just like watching TV, but even then I've not been able to concentrate. So Good Girls, I'm watching that with my husband, so I can't watch that when he's not around. But then I'm just not in the mood to start anything new. I've been watching like random animes. There's one I'm watching, right? All they do is they're adventurers and they go into dungeons and they just eat the monsters that they kill. And then you watch them cook them up. That's literally the main plot points of it, right? And it's the silliest thing, but you don't need to concentrate on it. So it's quite an easy watch, but I only watch it when I'm already eating because it makes me hungry.
I've been watching Lost, and I think I'm now on season 5.
You're way ahead of me.
And do you know what? I wish I wasn't one of those people that once I watch something, I need to watch to the end of it to be satisfied with what I've watched.
But I don't think Lost has a satisfying ending.
But it's still like I'm kind of bored. It's kind of like the same thing. It was pretty good for a while. Now I'm like, well, I can probably guess what's going to happen next. But then a part of me is like, but could I? Because I feel like there's a lot of twists. Anyway, so I'm kind of like, I kind of don't want to watch this anymore, but I can't not watch it to the end because I'm... Yeah.
So I've never watched it to the end. It was one of those that one of my ex-partners was watching it and I would have been doing something else while he was watching it, like reading or playing a game on my phone or something. So I've seen a lot of it, but I've never watched it myself.
Properly.
I'm like that with so many movies and stuff as well. I'm like, oh yeah, somebody watched this while I was in the room, but I wasn't watching it.
And she also doesn't watch the last episode of a lot of things that she watched because she's a bit of a sociopath. I
don't do that on purpose. I don't know. I either get bored or it's really good and I don't ever want it to finish, so I don't finish it so then I can go back and rewatch it.
See, I need it to finish. Like, I need to finish it so I can know it's finished, it's done, I've watched that, move on to the next thing. Mm-hmm. We're very different.
We are. We're chalk and cheese, but we also have so many similarities. Because who was it we were talking about that, actually?
At that meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were at a meeting and I can't remember what the conversation was, but I was like, we're like chalk and cheese, we're totally different.
Yeah. We should do a thing sometime where it's like, do you know how on Facebook you get these memes and it's like, which one? And then it shows like tea, coffee.
Well, you're tea and I'm coffee.
Jam. Yeah, but I just mean like get something like that. Yeah. And then have all the viewers be like, okay, are you Danielle or are you Steph?
Yeah.
And then
hashtag Team Danielle.
Hashtag Team Fife. Anyway, and then see which ones people would be more like, because I feel like that would be interesting. Oh, I was being so nosy there because I could hear like a car beeping and I wasn't sure if it was my car or not, so that's why I would look like a wee meerkat with my neck strained and like, oh, what's going on out the window? I didn't move the camera much in the other 2 rooms that I was doing. They were very tidy. Do you know, for like young girls, teenage girls, whatever, their rooms were on point. Like, and this style, you know, that's one of the things that I loved most about this family was the mum is all about the kids.
Yeah,
I think
you can 100% see that.
Yeah, we kind of figured out that we think the mum is sleeping in the living room. There is a mattress that is in the hallway that we think, and then there's bedding downstairs, and we feel like she's putting that mattress downstairs and sleeping in there because all the bedrooms are allocated to the children. They each have a room to their own. I said that really weirdly. They each have their own room. And then so we feel like the mum is maybe sleeping downstairs, but we're just assuming. We're not 100% sure on that. But yeah, anytime there was a lot more messages that she sent. I'm just getting them up. So
was that a hamster in that cage? Do you know?
Yeah, it was. It was a hamster or some sort of little thing. The thing is, I didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
That
very
probably would have triggered you.
I'm very allergic to them. So this is what she said.
Quickly though, while we're on the hamster thing, have you seen that meme and it's like everybody has a traumatic hamster story?
What's yours?
We had a hamster and it was called Hammy, and my sister brought it through because she thought it was dead, but I think it was just hibernating, and then it kind of woke up and then she chucked it in the air because it woke up and then it like fell to the ground real high and hard, and then it actually did die. And then it got put in a shoebox and got put in the garage, and my mum said she buried it next to the tree, but she never actually buried it next to the tree. Me and my sister used to go to this tree. Sorry Emma, sorry, I'm going to tell everyone the story, but we used to go to this tree and cry at this tree because we lost our hamster, and I think my mum actually just left it in the shoebox in the garage for quite a while and then eventually had to chuck it out when she found it again.
Oh God, my story is nowhere near as traumatic as that. So basically we had a hamster and it was called Z, and my stepdad was always like doing weird stuff around the house. So like instead of we had a small cage for the hamster, and instead of buying a bigger cage for the hamster, he just tied 2 small cages together, right? So this hamster was a bloody escape artist, and it just used to get out of the gap between the two. So I was always like, I've always had trouble sleeping, and so I would be awake at like 2-3 in the morning reading a book with a torchlight, right? Because I was so good at pretending to be asleep when my parents came. Anyway, and there was just one day, like, I'm reading and something scuttled over me. I absolutely shat myself. Oh no, I just swore on camera. I'm not editing that out. If I get demonetized, I don't care. Anyway, but I didn't like touching it. I probably was allergic at the time. My asthma was always bad as a kid. Anyway, didn't know that at the time. Went out of the room to get my brother because it was his hamster, and I was like, so we're scuttling around at 3 in the morning trying to catch this bloody hamster.
Well, let us know.
Story, but...
Let us know if any of you have any traumatizing hamster stories. I like to know. I like to hear them.
Okay, so let me just read this real quick. So my mental health is at full rock bottom at the minute. I procrastinate over housework 24/7 and just can't get on top of it. Every cupboard in my house is fit to burst. I have social work involvement and have even tried to have social work take my kids so they don't have to be around this mess. Let me see. Obviously, the social work didn't take the kids. You know, the house really wasn't as bad as she thinks that it is. And then she recontacted us because obviously we still hadn't gotten to her. We're at the end of the video now. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, quick message. I just want to get to the thank you bit. I was stuck in a state of overwhelm and couldn't even help my teenage sons, whose room was in the worst state. The house was ticking over by my little girls doing their best. We now have a fresh slate to keep on top of and begin to thrive instead of surviving, all thanks to Fife Free Cleaning. I have no shame in you sharing anything whatsoever. What you've given me is priceless. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, especially if you've made it this far, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.